Today we'll be panning some pay dirt from Bering Sea. The dirt is quite black, but there is gold in it. It'll be quite dense and we'll have to pan it real slow, but we will get all that gold. First, we'll have to classify it down to a 20 mesh screen, make it easier for the panning process. Can already see the gold popping out of here. Got some big little pieces, some smaller pieces, but a lot of gold. Pour the smalls into this bowl here. Get a brush so we can brush it all out. Make sure all that small gold is with the small gold so we don't contaminate the big stuff. We'll throw the big stuff. We'll throw the big stuff in here. Any gold left in the screen? Doesn't look like there's any gold stuck in the screen. Here's all of our big stuff. You can already see a few bigger pieces. Oh, look at that flake. That flake popped out of there pretty good. It's really thin, very paper thin, but it is big flake. Okay, let's get some soap into our water here so the small gold doesn't fly away. I'm out of jet dry, so we're stuck with Dawn. Should work just fine. Except we got all these suds. Alright. Let's pan away the big stuff. We're definitely going to take this nice and slow. Make sure we don't lose any of those big chunky bits of gold. When we pan this heavy black sand, we try not to get this water all the way to the back because the gold's settling back here. If we get the water back here, it'll float the gold up and push it out of the pan. So you really want to try to keep the water up on the front lip. We keep an eye out right here for any gold. If we see any gold, we can stop and re-stratify. But we're gonna take it nice and slow. Make sure we don't lose any of that gold. Classifying the rocks like this makes it a lot easier with the big stuff. It'll allow the gold to settle a lot easier than if I were to keep it in the small sand. see the gold starting to pop out in the back. But we'll just keep going like this. There's our big gold. Nice and chunky. Okay, we're gonna pan this small gold a little bit different than everybody else. So we're gonna pan it 1 teaspoon at a time, and then I will take the teaspoon, or what's left of it, and put it in here, and we'll pan it all down at the end to see the fine gold. But just to be safe, we're panning 1 spoon at a time. Nice little Nesquik. I may speed this up for your guys' sake, just so you guys don't have to watch this entire thing. But we're gonna take it nice and slow, make sure we get all that gold, so we don't forget any of it. We've got a little piece of gold coming out on the end here, so we will take it down and re-stratify, and then go again. Our gold's starting to pop out at the end a little bit. Not sure if that's visible for you guys, but it will be in a second. This one spoonful. We'll get that into our little bowl. And onto the next spoon. Take this one just the same as we took the last one, nice and slow. A lot of stratifying. Just keeping this nice and stratified and taking it real slow. The gold will come. Don't want to lose any of it. This was expensive. And there's the gold, nice and popping out a little bit. Hope that's visible. We'll get that into our bowl. Onto our next spoonful. Only a few more left. That was about a half, so I'd give it another half. And we'll do all the rest on the next one. The next one we'll pan the rest of it. There's just about a spoonful left. Nice and stratified. It's the key to all this. Stratification. The sand's not as black as I would thought of. Usually, or by the looks of it, it looks real dark and black, but the sand is panning very lightly. Not as heavy as most black sands. And there's the gold from that spoonful. A little bit more that time. Let's get into our bowl. And for the final bit, I'll get the last of this in here. Brush it in. This one should have the most amount of it in it. Sorry, we have some gold floating, so I need to get some more soap in there. Get rid of that floating gold. Gold floating is very common, and it will lose you a lot of gold if you don't pay attention to it. We may have lost some gold in here because of floating that I may have not noticed, but I'll repan this out, make sure we get all the gold. You will always lose some gold. Nobody's perfect at this. Everybody believes they're perfect, but panning's a skill, and you will never capture 100% of the gold panning. 98, 99, 99.9%, yeah, but not 100. Never 100. There will always be losses. There's the gold in that one. Now we will get our cons from before. Get them in there. Now we'll pan the cons out, clean this gold up a little bit to mainly gold. May have a little bit of black sand left, but mostly gold. When we're done with it, it'll be mostly gold. Getting that gold nice and clean. Really slow, but works like a Miller table if you do it like this. There is our fines. Nice and clean. That little piece back. Okay, let's get this gold weighed up. See if you can't see this. readable. Yep. See how readable that is. Perfect. Alright, let's get the biggest piece weighed up first. This guy, this little flake here. See how much it weighs. Ugh. Well, let's get him on there. He weighs 0.078 or 0.81. Nope, 0.79. Alright, let's get him off of there. Let's get the next biggest piece. This one. Let's get it on there. About the same. Alright. Now let's see what it all weighs together. Get all that fine gold in there. 2.038 grams. Not too bad, not too bad. Well, I'll get this under the microscope so we can get some close-ups of it. And we'll get a price on that, and I'll put that on the screen. Here's the gold under the microscope. Here's our biggest flake right there, compared to my finger. That's the biggest flake. Let's see if we can't find that nugget. Right there. A little bit of black sand still left in there, you can see. There, some black sand. Let's get this all into the little pile here. There's a pile. Nice little pile of gold. Well,